guys, today I'm gonna do a very bright look. I'm wearing a very bright outfit, so I thought I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Something fun involving bright pink, and then I don't know what else along with it. We'll see. So I already did my foundation. I just used my Garnier Skin Renew BB Cream, which is my summer favorite. And then I'm gonna prime my eyelids with Primetime Eyelid Primer by Bare Minerals. All over the lid, from lash line up to the eyebrow, and then also a tiny bit along the lower lash line because I'm going to put some shadow down there. Alright, I think I'm going to do the whole lid in the hot pink, which is a little scary. We'll see how it turns out. And I just bought this. It's not even in a palette yet because I need another palette because all mine are full. But anyways, this is Passionate from MAC. It's a really pretty matte pink. I've been wanting this color forever, and every time I went to my MAC store it was sold out. Dang it. And I'm going to use my MAC 239 brush, which is just a flat, stiff brush. I'm going to go in and put it all over the lid. This color is super, super pigmented. So I'm just going to make the basic shape that I want, and then I'll blend it out with a blending brush. So don't worry about the edges too much. They can be messy. Okay, so once I get that basic shape, I take my MAC 217 or any fluffy blending brush and really blend out those edges. And I know this looks crazy right now, but we're gonna warm it up. Don't worry. Anytime you do a crazy color like this, or a really bright color, you wanna warm it up a little bit with something just a few shades darker than your skin tone. So we're gonna put a shade like that through the crease. And I always use Wedge. My favorite for that. I also haven't done any of my concealer or powder yet. Just in case there's any fallout from these eyeshadows, I want to be able to clean it up without messing up my concealer. So we'll do that last. Okay, so once that's blended out a little bit, I'm going to take that same 217 brush and I'm going to go in with Wedge, which is this color right here. See that? I'm going to take that just straight through the crease to blend it out even more and then warm up that pink. See how that warms it up and just makes it more wearable? Makes it a little less frightening. Not that hot pink's frightening. I mean, if you can rock it, rock it. But for an everyday look, I don't think many people would. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going to take just a short eyeshadow brush like that. I believe this is an e.l.f. one. I think that's an e.l.f. one. And I'm going to take my highlight color, which is Mylar. Looks like that. Kind of a matte off-white. I'm going to put that right under my eyebrow. And then also a little bit into the inner corner. So that Wedge mixed with this Passionate color has turned a little orange in the crease, but I actually don't mind it. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. And then I want to do a fun pop of color down at the bottom that really contrasts with this pink. So I'm gonna use my Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in Junkie, which is like a really pretty sparkly teal color, and I'm gonna just run it in this very outer corner, and then I'll smudge it out. And then I'm also going to use it on the bottom waterline. my MAC pencil brush. Looks like that. And this color here, which is a Makeup Geek color. I love Makeup Geek shadows. They are quickly becoming, I mean, they're right up there with MAC in quality. So this is the color Sea Mist. I'm going to take that on my pencil brush and use that to smudge out this lower liner. I make the stupidest faces when I do my eyeliner. I'm like, disregard that. And I'm actually going to take this up into the outer corner to tie it together because that looks a little cray. A little cray cray. So I'm just going to connect it with this pencil brush like that and take it up into the outer corner and just along the very edge of my top lash line. I like a fun pop of color down at the bottom, especially when I'm doing like a neutral eye. But having a crazy color on top and then another crazy color on bottom, I don't really like them to contrast too much. So this will tie it all together a little bit. I'm going to go in with a clean. This is a Sigma E25, which is very similar to the MAC 217. And I'm just going to blend that Sea Mist in that outer corner. Okay, and do the same on the other eye. Okay, so now that that's done, I just want to put a little brightness in the inner corner. And for that, I'm going to use, this is from Melaleuca. It's called Say Bella is the brand, but you can use any pencil brush. This is, I guess, technically a smudge brush. And I think I'm going to go in with Filament by MAC, which looks like this. I really hope my camera's focusing on those colors. It's just like a silvery color. With some shimmer in it. Just gonna pop that right on the inner tear duct to give it some lightness. This has sort of chunky sparkles in it, so if you don't like that, you can always do, nylon is always a great inner tear duct color. It's shimmery, but it doesn't have like chunky glitter in it like this one does. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going to use my liquid liner, and this is new. I just bought this, and so far I am really, really liking it. It's the Maybelline Master Precise Liquid Eyeliner, and it's a pen with a super long felt tip, and it's really easy to use. I hope you can see this good. So I usually start in the middle, keep it super close to my lash line, and then turn it this way and wing it out. I'm not going to do a dramatic wing today because the rest of this is so dramatic that I'm going to keep the liner kind of simple. Okay, well that wing ended up being a little more dramatic than I liked. Couldn't get that point just right. You know, when that happens, you have to keep messing with it, and then it just keeps getting thicker, and then you're just past the point of no return. So, voila, dramatic wing. So then once that part's done, and I just took the tip of that wing, connected it back to the middle, and then filled in this little triangle area, then I go back in and just press the side of this along my lash line to get that inner part. Okay, so that one's done. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Okay, eyeliner's done. So the eyes are done. I like the way they turned out. I mean, super fun. Obviously something you wouldn't wear every day, but I like it. Totally matches my outfit. So now I'm going to do the rest of my face. I'm going to go ahead and conceal some blemishes with my Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage. And then the brush that came with it, it's just a concealer brush. There's a hair on it. You can use any synthetic concealer brush. Okay, and then I'm going to use my Clinique Airbrush Concealer in color 04 for my under eye circles. Since I already did my eye makeup, I'm going to use my brush. And this is a Sigma Precision Tapered P86. This is the one I was talking about in the other video that I didn't have on hand at the moment. I really like it because with that tapered tip you can get in this inner corner really well. And then I'm going to go back in with my pencil brush and just run that along here too, so there's no like step between your concealer and that bottom lash line color. And same thing with that inner highlight color, the filament. I'm going to go back in with that and just do a touch more. And for my brows, I'm going to use my MAC Fling. I usually use my MAC Fling or Lingering. Okay, so I filled in both brows, and I'm going to take my little spoolie brush, brush them out. And then powder time. MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in Light Plus. And my e.l.f. blush brush. Just lightly powder. With that Garnier BB cream, I don't feel like you have to powder it a lot. But I'm going to be putting bronzer and powder blush on, so I need powder on top of it, or else it'll go on streaky. Just a little bit of bronzer. I'm going to use my MAC Soft Sand and my Bobbi Brown, what's it called again? Face Blender brush. I'm going to do a little bit all over the face, just like last time, to warm up my skin. And you know what? With this super bright eye, I'm not going to use any blush. I don't need any more pink or peach or anything on my face. So I'm just going to use a little extra bronzer and put it higher up on my cheeks. And under my eyes and across the bridge of my nose. Or sun would naturally hit your face anyways. Only thing I don't like about this brush is it does shed. It sheds way less the more you use it and wash it, but it still sheds a little bit. And then, of course, I'm going to do a neutral lip. You can do a fun, crazy bright lip, but I'm going to do neutral. I'm going to use MAC Subculture Liner, which looks like that. Okay, so I lined with Subculture and then filled in a little bit with it as well. Then I have two lip glosses here. I have my NARS Larger Than Life in Gold Digger and my MAC Love Nectar. I think I'm going to go with Love Nectar. An oldie but goodie. Oh my gosh, did you just hear my stomach growl? Alright, and that's the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I know it's bright and it's a little crazy, but it's fun for a summer day, especially with a bright outfit. So I realized I've only done pretty neutral looks so far, so I wanted to throw in a fun bright one. Alright, that's it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, so I totally forgot about mascara. So now I curled my eyelashes, put mascara on the top and bottom, and now it is completed. How did I forget mascara? Okay, so there is my bright, fun, summer, pink, teal, fun look. Yeah, whatever that name is. Thanks guys for watching. See you next time.